es erwartest.
Witam was, ja jestem Karwacz10 i przeszedłem tą minigierkę z miksturą, muszę się wam pochwalić, mam miksturę mocy. I co? A, jeszcze witam was w kolejnym odcinku Zagrajmy w The Book of Unwritten Tales, odcinek 14. Dzisiaj zostaniemy dyplomowanym mistrzem, nie mistrzem, po prostu magiem. Daj nam czapkę.
Excuse me, Master Teacher. What is it?
Masz miksturę. Pij na zdrowie.
Master Marcus, look, I've finished the power elixir.
What? Give it here.
Did I pass?
Unbelievable, but true. Here, take it. Be sparing with it. A potion like that is valuable. You've passed the first exam, Wilbur. That's already one more exam than I expected you to manage.
I'll manage the others too.
If you say so.
Dobra, teraz zaklęcie. Nie, najpierw amulet.
Look here.
Oh, my. Is that...
Yep, the amulet of Balthazar the Brittle.
How? How did you get your hands on that?
I went through the mirror, and after incredibly exciting, meaningless and challenging quests in the Netherworld, I managed to get the amulet.
I just can't believe it. A little gnome? How is that possible?
Everything is possible, remember?
I almost believe that too. If someone had told me that a gnome without mage history in the family would pass 2 mage degree exams in such a short amount of time, I wouldn't have believed it. There's a lot more to you than meets the eye, Wilbur.
Thank you. And I'm going to pass the last test too.
I still don't believe it, but I'd be happy to be proved wrong.
O tym amulecie muszę wam przypomnieć, że te wszystkie zadania, o których mówił Wilbur, o tych przygodach, nie widzieliśmy ich, ponieważ pokazano nam tylko czarny ekran z napisem po chwili. Czy tam po czasie. Albo nawet później, nie pamiętam jak to było napisane, nieważne. Teraz zarzucimy to zaklęcie, które jest zwykłą sztuczką iluzjonistów, a mianowicie wyciągnięcie królika z kapelusza.
I'd like to show you the trick. Spell.
I look forward to it.
Magic.
As you can see, the top hat is completely empty.
A, rusza się.
Abracadabra. Bunny, are you okay?
Fantastic.
To jest królik?
You've almost transformed the rabbit in the hat into a sheep. Extraordinary. Almost impossible. There must be considerably more magic in you than I ever thought, Wilbur Weathervane.
Oh, thank you. Well, I had a fantastic assistant.
I'm speechless. You're the first gnome in centuries to become a graduate mage. And you've passed the exams quicker than anyone else in history. What's your secret?
Zamienił królika w owcę. Muszę się tym przez chwilę nacieszyć. Dobra, starczy. Co my tu teraz powiemy?
I believe I can do anything I want if I just believe in myself.
Oh, really? You could fly like a bird just because you believe in yourself?
Tak.
Well, maybe not that.
But that's exactly what you've done. You've achieved something impossible.
Maybe I was lucky.
Or it was predestined. As unbelievable as it is, you've passed all 3 exams. Wait, Mage degree for Wilbur Weathervane from the White Ridge Mountains.
Oh,
My brother won't believe his eyes.
your brother?
The Archmage.
The Archmage is your brother?
Yes, of course. He always believed that our bleak fate would take a change for the better. And slowly, I'm beginning to believe that again, too. You've given me hope, Wilbur Weathervane. You know that? Nothing can stop you. You're a fine example to me. If there's anything I can do for you, come back. You have a friend in me.
Oh.
Now go. You've waited long enough. Give my brother what you came to give him.
Jej. Dostaliśmy czapkę. Jej. Szczęście. O. W studzience jest wywieszona flaga.
Wilbur,
Hello, Mr. King. Look, I'm a certified mage.
I told you you'd do it. We're all so proud of you.
Thanks.
Our work is now done. We are all well fed. I think it's time to say goodbye.
Oh, you want to leave for the country?
That's right. But if you want to come and visit us, Master Wilbur Weathervane will always be welcomed by us rats. So long, Wilbur.
See you soon.
Jej, takie szczęście. A teraz wpuść nas, Rojo.
Hello, Mr. Shieldhand.
Hello, Mr. Underhill. What do you want?
No, pokaż mu ten dyplom.
Cast your eyes on this.
Patrz.
Effective immediately. You may address me as Master Weathervane, and I wish to see the Archmage now.
Weathervane? How come Weathervane?
That's my mage name, Master Wilbur Weathervane. Now open the gate and smartly. I wish to speak to the Archmage.
Osiągnęliśmy zwycięstwo i wytarliśmy mu nim twarz. O kurde.
And what is it? Why is this gnome wearing mage clothing?
Your Honour, this is Master Wilbur Weathervane, an accredited mage and therefore a member of your order.
Nonsense. I know all the mages in the land.
But it's true. I completed my degree today under your brother's tutelage, Master Marcus.
That's impossible. I've no time for such absurdity. Take your leave, gnome.
But I'm supposed to give you something. A ring.
A ring? From whom?
From a gremlin. Yesterday he landed right at my feet in the White Ridge Mountains. He gave me this ring and said that it could decide the course of the war.
Master Alistair, I turn to you in great haste as well as in great fear. I have made a discovery that could decide all of our fates. I know where the artifact of destiny is to be found. Your Serene Highness, you know the stories. A legendary artifact created by the goddess of destiny and providence. An extraordinarily precious and dangerous thing, as good fortune is bestowed on its carrier. Everything that he attempts succeeds. Everything that he desires he receives. Everything bends to his will, always. It is a truly dreadful power. A god's power. Just imagine if this were to fall into the hands of the enemy. I have found that the artifact is hidden in a temple on a small island called Sordia. You must find it and bring it to safety. You must! Help us, Master Alistair. You're our only hope.
That was him. That was the gremlin who was taken away by these evil types on a dragon.
Shades? The Shadow Army has taken this gremlin prisoner? Sir, we have to send everything and everyone to this island. Every ship, every griffin, every...
Enough! We have to behave inconspicuously. We don't know what information the Shades already have, and we mustn't help them get on the right track.
No, sir. But if they have the gremlin, then it'll only be a matter of time until we...
The island of Sordia. Where the devil is that? I've never heard of it. I'll be leaving the city for a few days. I have to do some research in the archives.
But the Seastone archives have lots of...
Silence, guard! I will send a group of trustworthy comrades to the island as soon as I've found it. And you, one word of this message, just one single word, to anyone, and I'll grind you into a fine powder. Understand?
Of course. Understood, sir.
Go! Leave me alone with the youngster. And don't let anybody up here, mage or not. Understood?
Understood, sir.
And you, Mr. Weather Thingy, you've done very well indeed.
Weather vane, sir. Thank you. My granddad won't believe this when I tell him.
That won't be possible for some time. You'll have to stay here and hold the fort. I want you to prepare for a small expedition. Find some companions. 2 should be enough. You shall all go and fetch the artifact as soon as I have found the island.
But when it comes to something as important as this, wouldn't it be better to send an experienced treasure hunter?
Nonsense. No one knows you. You don't even exist as far as the enemy is concerned. You won't arouse any attention. That is our most important weapon in this matter. You'll be back long before the enemy even knows what's happening.
But I think...
Enough said. I am the leader of the order, and this is an order. Choose 2 accomplices and wait here for me. And don't talk to anyone about this. Dismissed.
Ładnie tu.
When
When will I be back? As soon as I can. But it might take a few days for me to find the island we're looking for.
the gremlin told me that a book hidden in his secret cellar describes the way to the artifact's location.
Really? That's good to know. That went better than I had hoped for.
A fiendish plan, Mancus. Well done. Now you know where the artifact is hidden, and the real Archmage will remain out of your tentacles for as long as I need. Mother will keep him busy. She's summoned up all of her dark magic. When he returns, you will have the artifact of divine fate in your hands at last. And Seastone will burn, just like every other Alliance town.
Oh man, yesterday I was sweeping floors and today I'm a certified mage and part of the greatest adventure since Nightilo fought the broccoli monster. An artifact that grants unlimited power. Hopefully the Shades never get wind of it. In their hands something like that would definitely mean the end of the world. But the Archmage won't let it come to that. I'll find myself 2 companions and wait here for him.
Jak to się mówi? Plot twist. No. O kurde. Goście z
By
intra.
the gods, that's a female orc. Here, in the human town. And she's taken one of them prisoner. I must notify the town guard right away, and Master Marcus. Together we must fight to the last drop of blood, and...
I can hear you.
Stay where you are. I'm a mage.
So I see.
A dangerous battle mage.
Now that on t'other hand I find doubtful.
Who are you? What do you want here? And how did you get here?
A lot of questions. Give me one good reason why I should answer them.
Her name is Elizabeth. She's come here for the annual beauty contest and has brought a golden Pegasus with her. He's called Bob.
Że jak? Aha. Dobra, przywitamy się.
Nice to meet you, Elizabeth. My name is Wilbur.
I am a bounty hunter and just passing through.
Are bounty hunters allowed to simply tie up here?
Certainly. Bounty hunters and merchants are neutral in this war.
Nobody wanted the bounty hunters.
I'm just waiting for Bill the merchant who has my provisions. Then I'm on my way.
I have no idea what's going on here, but the airship could be exactly what I need for my expedition.
Who did you just speak to?
To no one, really?
Ta rozmowa jest tak ciekawa, że nie wiem. Naprawdę jest dość zabawna.
So your name isn't Elizabeth?
I am known as Mazaz.
Mezaz.
Or Sugar Lips, Greenie, or just, oi you fella! And she is one lousy bounty hunter.
That's right. I only catch imbeciles. Those who are even more stupid than me.
O, no to mało. Ich łapiesz. Czyli tego gościa z intra i tego jego stworka. Ten stworek się patrzy.
Where are you taking your prisoners?
That's none of your business, dwarf. They know, and that's enough.
Krasnoludzie.
I'm not a dwarf. I'm a gnome.
Too right, Shorty. Don't take any nonsense. Turn her into a sheep.
I can only transform rabbits into kind of a sheep.
Great. That's helpful.
I have to go.
If you see the merchant, can you tell him that I'll rip his ears off if he doesn't turn up here soon?
Dobrze, wróciłem po półgodzinnej przerwie, o której wolnie wspominać. No i co, musimy chyba go jakoś uwolnić.
They gave me the wrong coordinates.
The coordinates were correct.
Yeah, great. Some kind of weird orc system. Look at me. Do I look like an orc? Maybe they should have given me the coordinates for a human navigation system.
Perhaps you could have simply listened while things were being explained to you at great length.
I've been a captain for 15 years. I don't need things explained to me.
Quite obviously you do. At the very least you might have noticed that it was not a stinking headquarters when you landed in the wedding cake.
The bridesmaids looked pretty suspect.
Ah, so that was why you decided to strip search them, was it?
Aha.
A large net. Might be a fishing net, or maybe one of those cargo nets.
What are you calling cheating here? There are different rules for that game.
Not one of them states that it's legal to have extra cards up your sleeve.
Oh, come on. Every other person's cheated as
coiled
well.
rope.
I've
It's
just
been
made
used
the
a lot.
game fair again by doing that.
The obese one will see that somewhat differently. Don't you know who he is? How can anyone be that stupid and pick a fight with someone like that?
Oh, but you should have seen his face. He won't forget that in a hurry.
You won't either, once his darling mother is finished with you.
A bale of cargo. Looks heavy. Maybe compressed cotton or the like. A bale of cargo.
Dobra, ona go w ogóle chce nam jakoś uwolnić? Jak coś
She really
zrobimy?
does look terrifying. I don't know what orc women usually look like, but that one, I wouldn't want to get on her bad side. I don't think I should really talk to her unless I absolutely have to. I don't think I...
Pogadajmy z więźniem.
Ooh.
Hi.
I'm Wilbur. Who are you?
Someone with a tiny problem, as you can see. Could you do me a favor and whack that green lady over the head?
Come on, Nate. I'm only doing my job here.
I know the job market's tough, but yours is going to cost me my neck.
Undoubtedly.
Are you a pirate or something?
No.
Yes.
Well, I have been called that occasionally, but I'm just about as much of a pirate as Mazaz here is a ballet dancer. I'm the captain of this proud ship, the Mary. I'm a freelance treasure hunter.
You're a swindler.
And you're a terrible ballet dancer.
I like ballet.
No. Nie będę komentował tego, co Wilbur powiedział.
You're a professional treasure hunter. So you know your way around sunken temples and the like.
Of course. I have traveled all across the skies to the ends of the earth. I've fought Cyclops and seen things that a man probably shouldn't have. Such as Mazaz here, for example.
A że ona nic nie... Ona sobie z tego nic nie robi, że on to ją cały czas tak przezywa.
Suppose I needed to travel to a certain island, and I could show you the island on a map. Could you bring me there?
Well, apart from the fact that I'm sitting here in a cage, then sure.
Then we'll just have to free you.
Hello? I still happen to be here.
What's that got to do with it?
See you later.
Take care, Shorty.
Captain Nate is a treasure hunter, and he has his own ship. Someone like him would be perfect for my team. But how do I get past that orc lady, and all on my own? Hi,
What do you want?
could I persuade you to let Captain Nate go?
You could give it a go.
Would you please set him free?
Shame. Didn't work. Close thing, though.
I have to go.
If you see the merchant, can you tell him that I'll rip his ears off if he doesn't turn up here soon?
Dobra, nie wiem co powiedzieć o tym
I've
stworku.
never seen a creature like that before. It's similar to the demon from the inn. Maybe it's just an animal. It could be a kind of otter. A porcu otter.
Dobra, ty lepiej nie zgaduj co to jest.
It's a long way down beneath the plank. You wouldn't catch me standing on it. I can't do anything with that plank as long as the bounty hunter is standing on it. I can't do anything with that plank.
Jakby ją tam zrzucić? A tu jest ładnie.
Oh, that is very interesting.
Dla mnie to jest bardziej... Dla mnie to jest bardziej dziwne niż interesujące.
But I still can't let you go up, my lovely.
I will say it once more. I have to give the Archmage a book. It's important.
I don't know anything about a book. And believe me, whatever the Archmage is up to, is more important than your stupid book.
But
End of discussion. Only graduate mages or people with an invitation from the Archmage can go into the tower. And to be precise, I don't see any of those at the moment, sorry.
Jak to nie widzi tutaj nikogo takiego jak dyplomowany mag? A Wilbur to kto?
Hello.
hi.
You're an elf, right?
Indeed. And you are a kind of wood goblin?
I'm a gnome. Wilbur Weathervane. Master Wilbur Weathervane. Pleased to meet you.
You're a mage.
With diploma.
Then you can go into the upper town and into the mage tower.
That's exactly where I've just come from.
Could you take me up there?
I overheard you talking to the city guard about a book. Do you need to take it to the Archmage?
I have to. It's very important.
Could it be that you got this book from a gremlin secret cellar? A gremlin who shortly before had been ejected over the White Ridge Mountains?
Get out of my brain, you mage.
You almost dropped the professor on my head. He sent me here with a secret message for the Archmage.
Oh, were you able to bring him the news?
Yes, it was very disquieting.
A to ciekawa sytuacja, jak się bohaterowie spotykają.
I believe that the book you're carrying explains just where an extremely powerful artifact can be found.
Yeah, the gremlin did hint at something of that sort. He was very concerned.
He's got every reason to be. The Archmage is gone. He's trying to find out exactly where the artifact is hidden. And then I'm supposed to go get it, quietly and secretly, along with 2 friends.
But it's here. This book tells us where the artifact can be found.
Unfortunately, the Archmage doesn't know that. Who are you?
My name is Ivadora Eleonora Clarissa, Princess of Silverwood.
Ooh, you're a real princess from Miss from Silverwood.
Call me Ivo. He's called Cheap Cheap.
No, nieźle.
This whole story is too much for
Długie
one
imię.
gnome. I think we should work together.
I should really be at home in the Elf Burrow listening to Uncle Ignacio droning on. I am in enough trouble already.
Don't you understand? This book explains the exact location of the artifact of divine power. That's precisely the information the Archmage is looking for.
Then take the book and wait for him here.
And if the Shades are faster than we are? What if they manage to extract the information from the old gnome before the Archmage returns?
And what then? Are we to fight the Shades single-handed? And what are we talking about here, by the way? What is it that the Shadow Army want to get their hands on?
I can't tell you that here. How about this? I'll get you into the Mage Tower somehow, and there I'll show you the Professor's message, and
then I can decide whether I'm in or not.
it's a deal. I'll be back.
And I will wait.
Welcome, Master Wilbur.
Mr. Shieldhand, I must insist that you allow the young elf over there entrance to the upper town.
No.
But, you know, it's about that thing.
What thing?
The thing we talked to the Archmage about. The important thing.
I don't know what you mean. Nothing unusual has happened, and even if it had, then we'd be forbidden to discuss it. And most certainly there would have been a crystal clear order to let nobody into the upper town.
But
No matter what the reason. Do we understand each other?
as an accredited mage, I must unfortunately bid you adieu.
Very well, Master Wilbur.
To w jaki sposób mamy tam ją zaprowadzić? Sami możemy wejść?
That is probably the thickest book I've ever seen.
A Księga Umarłych?
It says Encyclopedia Fantastica here. Fantastic knowledge in just one volume. The strange thing is that most of the pages are completely blank. I mean, our world isn't that uninteresting.
Smutna rzeczywistość.
The strange thing is that most of the pages are completely... The flower keeps floating away from it. Maybe it's shy. Floating furniture is really practical when you want to mop the floor. Now that's what I call magic. Fantastic.
Dobra. Niech ci będzie, że to jest magia.
A huge map of the entire country, and I've only seen a tiny corner of it to date. There are a lot of small unnamed islands on the map, one of which is the island of Sordia, where the artifact of divine fate is hidden. But which one? A huge map of the entire country, and I will... There are a lot of...
Dobra.
Dad always says, what you don't have in your head, you better have in your books. I would have thought there'd be more books here. No wonder the Archmage has gone elsewhere to seek information.
To są te archiwa? Małe.
There's something on top of that cabinet. Some papers of some sort. Maps, maybe.
Weźmy.
That's too high, I can't reach.
Kwiatek, pomóż nam. Dobra, tutaj skończymy ten odcinek. Komentujcie, subskrybujcie, oceniajcie. Łapki w górę, łapki w dół. Do zobaczenia w kolejnej części. Zagrajmy w The Book of Unwritten Tales. Cześć.